Hi and welcome to another episode of Idiot with a Halford socket set. I'm the idiot. There's the socket set. Basically this is just a couple of little videos I knock together whenever I'm working on the car. Just to show you guys little, bits of car maintenance. Today's project is it's very simple, it's basic. It's just replacing the air filter in a Volvo S60 D5. It's something that you can do. Well, it doesn't even need an instructional video, but I have seen a lot of cars where it's one of those things that people change the oil filter, but they forget the air filter. And at the end of the day, if your car can't breathe properly, you're not going to get the power out of it. So what we'll do is I'll flip over to the engine bay and I'll show you what needs to do. Alright, okay, so this is the engine bay of my Volvo. It's, like I said, it's a Volvo S60 D5. It's the Euro 4 engine, hence why it's got that grey cover, which is just absolutely filthy. And like I said, today we're just replacing the air filter. It's a 5-minute job, but it's one of those things people miss, so I thought I'd show you how to do it. Basically, on these engines, the air filter, it's under this cover here. Now, when you lift this cover off to begin with, you think, no, it can't, the air filter can't be under there, because under here is an ECU. So you just think, well, no, that's not right. But what happens is the air filter is actually in this box. So what you've got to do is you've got to be a little bit careful when you're doing it. To open the box, you've got these star heads. So you just unscrew them, and then lift this off, and then you just swap the filter out. So I'll just get those unbolted now, and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so the bit you need is a T25 Torx bit. Now all these screws are captive, so what that means is that when you've unscrewed them, they're not going to come out, so it's one less thing to lose. Obviously put your screwdriver and your Torx bit somewhere safe at this point. Now this cable here will probably be clipped in there just to hold it securely, but all you do is just pop it out, and then you're fine. Now it's very important you get all of these screws, because as you can see, a previous owner on my car didn't and actually snapped this off when the camera focuses, which is a bit of a pain, but it's not the end of the world. So literally all you do is you just grab hold of this and lift it up. Now ideally you should power take the battery off the car for about 10 minutes, so then you can unplug these and it makes life a bit easier. In this case I'm not going to do that because it's literally, like I said, just a 5-minute job. So all you do is just lift it up like this, and you can see the air filter there. So you pull out the old air filter. As you can see, this one's not too bad, but it is showing its age and it is quite battered. So just put that to one side. You get your new air filter, and this is the point where you check that they're the same shape and that they match. So they look the same. It has that foam bit on the back. I've no idea why Volvo put that on, but they do. And then it's got that foam bit on the back there. So yes, this is a match. Then to put this in, all you do is again lift this up and slide that in. This is a two-handed job, so I'm going to pause the video now. Alright, okay, as you can see, it's now slid in. It is a bit of a two-handed faffy job if you don't remove this entirely. So what you've got to do is you've got to hold this up with the back of your hands like this, and then push it across. And then it doesn't, you've got to slide it down in one movement, so it goes perfectly flat down like that, because it's such a tight fit. Like I said, it is doable. This is just me being a little bit lazy and not wanting to disconnect the battery and sort of wait so I can unplug this ECU. It does seem bad placement by Volvo for the ECU, but actually this ECU has got cooling fins on the back of it, so it's cooled by the air coming into the engine, which I think that's a bit of clever design. So all you do now is you just realign this with the screw holes, and then screw it down. So I'll just pause the video now while I do that. Alright, okay, and there you go, you're done. All you need to do is just, because it's an air system, make sure all these are actually tight. Because obviously if air gets around this seal, then you're not getting filtered air going into the engine, which isn't good news. Then all you need to do is pop this cover back on, like so. It just presses on, and you're done. Told you it was a nice simple little thing to do, but it's one of these things that gets missed by a lot of people. You know, it's an easy enough thing to overlook. As I said, you take that cover off and it doesn't look like there's an air filter under there. Obviously, whenever I work on the car, I'll make some of these videos and put them up. If they're useful, stick a like on it, stick a comment on it. You know, I'm hoping to start doing more work on the car, so, you know, keep your eyes peeled for more videos. Alright, so that.